Hey YouTube, Stivers Homestead here. This is Jen. So I'm doing this with my new camera. Hopefully it looks good and is doing good. I love it so far. So anyways, we were tagged by Two Wild Onions, which is one of our favorite channels. They tagged us to do the What We Would Tell Younger Me collaboration. So with that being said, me and Zach are still pretty young in this journey. We've been doing it since 2014, but there's a few things we can tell ourselves that we would have changed, but we're gonna do it a little bit differently. So me and him are going to do separate videos on what he would do differently to tell his younger self and what I would tell my younger self to do differently. So for me, I'm not very good with speaking feelings and emotions. I'm a writer, so I'm really talented in that area. I do better to write down my emotions with stories or whatever it may be. Even if I'm, having a difficult day, I just do better to write it down. So this is kind of challenging for me to actually speak things out loud that I never talk about. So the main thing that I would have told my younger self that I wish I would have known earlier is to let go of anger. Growing up and throughout my childhood and early adulthood, a lot of things happened that weren't ideal. I lost my brother when I was 12. He was 16. It was a gun accident, and my parents were divorced when I was 6, and I lost a lot of loved ones along the way. My grandparents died pretty early, and all those losses over time, and then ending with losing my brother, just added up inside of me, and they bottled up and they bottled up, and I never talked about it. I never told anyone my feelings or how I dealt with things, and over the years they just got buried deep inside, and that depression turned into anger, and I had a lot of anger. I'm still not all the way let go of it all, but I'm working towards it. And unfortunately, I just let that anger take over. It really became the forefront of my life, and I was just kind of an angry person all the time. Even on my good days, deep down inside, I was angry. I was angry at people. I was angry at my brother. I was angry at God. I was angry at the people that gave me these circumstances. And none of it was anybody's fault. Things just happen. It's life, and nobody is to be blamed for that. But I was always looking to place that blame on someone, and I never really sat back and thought, what can I do differently to make myself happier? Why am I always looking to other people to make me happy? Because then when they let me down, I become more angry. And that's not fair to me or anyone else. Nobody determines your happiness. You determine your own happiness. I guess mainly that's just what I would have told myself. Just let go of the anger. Don't be so angry all the time. Enjoy life. Enjoy the moments. Enjoy what you do have, and enjoy the people that you have. When me and Zach got married pretty young, so he got a lot of the brunt of that anger, and that wasn't something that he needed to deal with. Not one bit of that was his fault. He came into this to be with me, and none of those things had anything to do with him. But he stood by me, and he knew, we grew up together, so he knew all these things, and he knew where my anger came from, but he never judged me for it or was angry with me back. He just daily encouraged me to be happier, be more joyful, live in the moment, not live in the past. And within the past 6 months, I think I can successfully say that 99% of that anger is gone. A lot of it has to do with this homesteading journey, and a lot of it has to do with age too. I'm I'll be 30 this year, and that's a shock to me. I don't feel 30. I know that's young, but you know, it's hard to realize that your 20s are pretty much done with. And I realized a few months ago that I spent 29 years being angry, and the majority of my 20s was filled with anger and blame and hate, and I'm just done with it. I'm ready to determine my own life and take control of my own life and be happy. And I've, you know, found myself in this journey. I lost myself a long time ago, but having 2 kids didn't make that any better. I lost any piece that was left, and that's not anybody's fault either. It's just, it's hard. Motherhood is hard, and you lose time, and you know, you lose your focus because you're focused on 2 humans, which is beautiful and glorious and lovely in every way. But at the end of the day, I've realized that I'm still Jennifer. I'm still a person, and I need to focus more on that. So once I got to that point and we dove headfirst into this homesteading journey, it has taken a lot of that anger away. I want to be happy. I want to wake up every day and live in the moment and enjoy every precious moment, every defining moment, because they're in every day. You know, some days might be more boring others, but this homestead, you know, it needs you. You have a homestead and you have to wake up and you have to get it done, whether you want to or not. And our 2 kids need us. They need us happy, and they need us full of life and full of love so that they can, you know how to live their lives and be joyful in every day. So I guess that's pretty much the gist of it. You know, a new beginning, it's a new start. I have new friends in this community. We have strengthened our marriage because of it. We're making decisions together and not out of anger or emotion, and it's just been a really big help. So that was deep. And I'm sorry for that, but being tagged in this collaboration, it was just, you know, time to put it out there. And I'm, you know, hopefully other people can relate. I'm sure you can. I know I would definitely relate if someone else was saying so. That's the main goal. So sorry about the deepness. All right, now Zach's gonna do his turn, and we'll see what he has to say. We'll see if he gets deep or not. He's usually the funny one. So thank y'all.
So what would I tell my younger self? When 2 Wild Onions asked if we could be tagged in it, I had been thinking about it a lot and wondering what would I actually tell my younger self. I'm big on how you lived has a reason, has a meaning. Everything that you did, mistakes, bad decisions, good decisions, everything, I think creates us who we are today. So I kind of struggled with exactly what I would tell myself. But then it kind of hit me on what I would really work on and what I wish I could have done a little bit better, because it caused some hard times, I think. So what I would tell my younger self is, you don't always have to be Superman, and don't always try to be. And so that sounds generic, but I have more meaning behind it. So when Jen and I met, you know, we had, like any young couple, you have a lot of big dreams, and I felt like it was my job, my duty to deliver as quickly as possible all of those dreams. I hadn't had much experience with projects, and obviously a family. It was my first attempt, so it was a lot. It was a lot to take in. I felt like I made a lot of promises, and I wanted to give her and the kids everything they ever dreamed of. Where I made my mistake was I tried to do it all too fast and too much. It was a lot, especially with this house that we wanted to do. Looking back, we should have really slowed down the process. Jennifer was pregnant with Raylan at the time. We already had Wyatt, And we tried to get it done in a year, and we just had incredibly unrealistic timelines. At the time, we didn't realize it though. You know, we thought it could all be done. But between money and delays and things being delivered and all kinds of different concepts, it caused frustration between both of us. So there was times when it felt like everything was just going to fall apart and not make it. And it scared me. It scared me a lot that because I wasn't able to deliver on the promise, it could end it all. So as I've gotten older, I know that's not the case. We made it through. Things are fine. Things are great. They've never been better as they are today. But both of us have gained patience throughout everything. And they've always seen me as Superman. I never had to deliver to be Superman because I already was. I think it was in my head that I continuously needed to do more and be better, even though I was doing enough. And just allowing myself to realize that allowed me to slow down and get things done and live our lives the way we wanted to. So not rushing, not pushing work and projects and just too much on my family all at once evolved into allowing us to actually get where we wanted it in the first place. So it's funny how that works out sometimes when you rush and nothing's ever getting done because you have these unrealistic timelines and things are crazy and everyone's stressing out. If you just slow down a little, it's amazing how things will get done and you're actually making more progress towards the dreams. Last year we finally was able to get the house to where it needs to be for now, to allow us to start focusing on other things. As you all see in the greenhouse, focusing more on the outside and then giving a little more attention to our garden instead of just having a small one. So we're taking it slow, the appropriate way. We're not putting unrealistic timelines on, and we know that everything takes time and a project needs some time to be complete the right way instead of rushing and just kind of throwing something together and then in a few months you're going right back at it and fixing whatever it was that you put a band-aid on. So, you know, long story short, don't try to be Superman because you already are. Yeah. All right. I hope you all enjoyed our individual what we would tell each other if we were younger, or our younger selves, I guess is the better way to say it. Neither one of us will see each other's until you all see it. We're not going to edit them or listen to them. We're not going to listen to them until you all do. We kind of want to be surprised and hear them ourselves.
So we don't usually tag people in collaborations. We always forget to ask ahead of time, and then it feels rude to just throw your name in.
Yeah.
So it's just an open invitation for anybody who wants to do it. I think a lot of people already have. So if you want to join in, just do a video. We encourage you to do one about what you would tell your younger self. You can do it Homestead version or personal version, whatever fits.
Yep.
Whatever y'all want to do.
Yeah, and tag us if you do. Woo! Tag us if you do decide to do it, just so we know that you got it from our collaboration. Just be cool to watch everyone else's. We really enjoyed watching the others' videos. You know, Jen and I will both be 30 this year. Might not think that we have a lot to tell our younger selves, but there's quite a bit. We've learned a lot in the little time we've been homesteading, and just, of course, life in general. They help a lot.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, that's all I got.
That's all I got. We'll see you next time.
Bye.